All right. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Salt Mines, where we watch people have absolutely galactic level meltdowns while playing StarCraft. Vess is in the top right saying good luck, have fun. Olo, the Terran in the bottom left, says R2. I think that was just a typo of you two. Guys, what language keyboard has R next to you? Because QWERTY, U's over on the right, R's on the left. There's two keys in between. I don't know how you accidentally typo that. Anyways, this is a Terran Verso. It is the Salt Mines. Now, this is actually another Terran Verso, because I know it's been a few months. We've been light on Salt Mines replays that have been sent through to me, but I've got a few ready to cast right now. Thankfully, my beautiful people that organize replays have sent me through some, as Olo goes for the depot block. This is such a dumb move. Just go for the engineering bay. It costs you 25 more minerals, and it's way harder to kill. I don't know why people have started blocking with depots. I think it's they watched Florencio do this and they've started doing it. Chat says, I think Dvorak does have R next to it, but it might also be Russian as well. Who knows? Now, the last Salt Mines episode was someone raging about mech, right? We had a player who got in a pretty decent position, but then basically just played Mass Ling Bane and eventually Ultras against mech, which, for those who don't know, guys, when your opponent's building the flamethrower cars, building the small light units that die to bonus light splash damage, not a good idea. And yet it was the Zerg who basically raged about A-move siege tanks the entire game, which I still absolutely adore, guys. A-move siege tanks? Still just like one of the most opposite, because they weren't A-move. They were sieged in every single fight. They were absolutely sieged at every, but still it was A-move siege tanks. And I was like, are they A-move siege tanks? I feel like those are literally sieging up. You know, at least people will say with Marines it's stim A move or something like that. Protoss, it's F2 A move. But, you know, watching a guy make those excuses was kind of funny. So I'm happy to be back here with the Salt Mines. Of course, we've learned a lot of creative insults through this show. I would say over the last 6 months of the show, we haven't had too many new ones, right? Burn your family, rat, you underhuman, I piss on your entire family tree are some of the favorite, like, all-time goats in my mind of things I've never heard someone say in real life or in game, and I saw in episodes of the Salt Mines. Obviously, the famous, you know, scissors, paper, rock is the most imbalanced game ever. You know, oh, you Joe Biden voter. That's right. That is a good one. Johnny. I remember the player from that Salt Mines very well, Johnny, because he's a Swedish guy. So it's even funnier when Europeans are shouting at people going, you Joe Biden voter, right? They're shouting at a Swedish guy. He's like, yep, totally. But Johnny, every time he hops in my Twitch chat, he's like, what's up, Joe Biden voters? You know, like every single time he rocks up into my live stream, I'm like, I get reminded of that episode and I'm like, how you doing, Johnny? What's up? Like, that's just his catchphrase now. So he basically stole it off the guy who raged at him. And yeah, I like that. You know, I like it. I feel like making someone's insult to you your catchphrase is the way to do it. Now, Vessa has gone for a Spore Crawler at 3 minutes into the game, guys. The level of trauma that it takes to do this, like, where have the battle cruisers touched you? We're in the courtroom. We ask Vessa that. Vessa's like, here. Like, how much have you been touched by battle cruisers to think you ever need a Spore Crawler finished at 3 minutes and 10 seconds? Like, guys, was your opponent going 12 depot, 12 barracks into the fastest proxy starport of all time? I gotta say, I'm doubting the necessity for you to ever need to do this, but you know what? It is what it is. Vessa's droning behind it. No, they aren't. Only 19 workers. We're trying to bust through, but Olo does have a full bunker, and with repair, you're not really going to be able to get through that. So I feel like Vessa is way too committed, but if you just pick off the depots and back out, it might be okay. Olo comes forward right now, going Fusion Core. Oh! You know what's funny, guys? You might be thinking, see, Pig, it is battle cruisers. He's ready for it. No. Building that Spore Crawler killed a drone 4 minutes before the battle cruiser will arrive. He will have so much less money to deal with the battle cruiser that Vessa is actually, like, literally... This is like trying to counter your opponent from stabbing you in the thigh by chopping your own leg off. That's essentially what Vessa's doing to counter the battle cruiser. He actually gets a bunch of SCVs and a Viking. Not bad, but... The Overlord going down removes the high ground vision, which means the depots survived. This SCV can keep repairing it with a tank out. Olo is safe. Vessa with a big overcommitment. 700 minerals in the bank, not macroing at all behind this. Oh no. Does take out the Viking. I mean, it's a cute sympathy prize, but I think Olo's in a pretty good position. Now, to be fair, Olo did lose 3 SCVs. Hasn't really been building them. Hasn't made an orbital there. But why? But why? What am I watching right now? First of all, the Ravager dive up the ramp was kind of cool, but I don't think it's worth losing 2 Ravagers for the tank. This guy's main base is nowhere near saturated, and he's like, well, you've got me contained. But you know what? I'm going to load 5 SCVs, float them over here. You're losing so much mining time. I mean, it's kind of clever, but you're losing... This is, like, objectively a bad move, but I'm going to give it credit because it's effing cool, all right? It's an effing cool move from Olo. I like it. I like the creativity. Is it good? No. Do I want it to be good? Yes. Okay? I think that's fair. I think that's fair. This is amazing. This is amazing. All right, let's unload some SCVs there. No, we've forgotten. Okay, let's go. Please make this into a planetary. No, we don't have an engineering bay. You should obviously make this an orbital because it's a secret base, guys. It'd be really dumb to invest in a planetary this early. What? Behold the power! The power! The double fusion core. Wow. Wow. Oh, you know what, guys? With this, you can make Yamato and Caduceus reactor at the same time. The fusion core does begin its fusion core dance there. I still see Day 9 doing his fusion core dance every time I see that thing wobbling in my mind's eye. And the first battlecruiser is about to pop out. Now, admittedly, Vesser actually has an insanely early spire. And oh my god, so many spores. Guys, wait, did they play the game before and he knows there's battlecruiser coming? Why do you have 6 spore crawlers? 7 spore crawlers. The battlecruiser teleports in and the spores start absolutely hammering it. Unfortunately, they're not guarding the mineral line, guys. They're guarding the spawning pool and the spire. Dude, this player's had his spire sniped before. Look at this. They've absolutely played before. Olo plays Battlecruiser every single game and always goes for the spire snipe. And Vesser is so traumatized that Vesser's entire build is like, just keep the spire alive. Oh god. Unfortunately, Vesser has almost no economy. Luckily for them, Olo's economic progression involves building a planetary on a hidden corner base, which makes no sense. And not really building SCVs consistently. Ravager Biles? No, not going to be able to land there. We've got 2 Corruptors coming out. Now 4 Corruptors on the way. If you can kill this before it gets out of there, it could be big. You got to go straight away with these Corruptors. The Corruptors need to engage. 2 Corruptors can take it up, but you got to get it because it's got like 14 seconds before it's got teleport available, but it's running away. The Corruptors don't find it. Only 1 Corruptor chasing it. Why are we only chasing it with 1 Corruptor? Vessel, what are we doing, mate? Guys, this is incredibly low-level StarCraft. I love it. I think it's not that low-level. Like, they are kind of doing stuff, but it's like, I think it was like 2800 MMR or something I saw in the drop SC when I downloaded the replay. So, it's funny because, like, you've just got, like, really suboptimal macro from Olo, but you're gonna save it, you lucky bugger. Even Yamato's the queen. And then you've got Vesser, who's so traumatized by this style of play that, like, look at this, even more spores. You've got Corruptors, you don't need spore crawlers. Vesser's dropped their own worker count down to 25. Guys, that's 10 dead drones. You've killed 10 dead drones. Sorry, guys, we're going to take a break from laughing at the players to explain how to play better. It hurts me so much when I see people doing the opposite of what they're meant to do. And this is such a common mistake in StarCraft where people will be like, hey man, my opponent's going battle cruisers, I need to build spores. But they built the spores like 5 minutes before the battle cruisers arrived. So they literally, like I said, chopped their own leg off their own economy. First rule of defending air as any race, but especially as Zerg, the counter is drones. First, you need to build way more drones than you normally would. Then you build the spores and the queens. And you can go for the tech at the same time. But if you kill your own thing, you're going to be in big trouble. The SCVs couldn't go to the low ground, guys, because of the depot. So that's what happened. We're going to go double armory. So this is clearly not Florencio. For anyone who was thinking this is Florencio, no, this player goes upgrades. It's 1 factory, 1 barracks, 1 starport. But now we're going for high sec auto tracking and 1/1 ship upgrades. So we're going to go pure Sky Terran with a natural up and a hidden third. Unfortunately, Vesser is screwed, guys. Vesser is super screwed. We haven't really seen any chat of this game, guys, so it looks like this might be one with a bit of a slow build up. Why are we still building spores? Please stop building spore crawlers. Every spore that you build is just killing your own economy. Oh my gosh. If you play like this against airplay, guys, if they do no drone kills, they're still ahead. Like, if your opponent builds a battlecruiser in this game, it doesn't kill a single drone, they're still beating you. Because you've killed so many of your own drones to build this many spores. And you're also doubling up. The Corruptors already counter the battlecruisers, so if you rush Corruptors, you want to try and play as few spores and queens as possible. Whereas if you mass queens and spores, you want to delay your attack, build a really big drone count, and go to the Corruptors later while relying on the spores and queens to defend. But this is the classic. I've been so traumatized by battlecruisers, and we saw it with the 3-minute spore crawler, right? Like the trauma was real. Like Vess's brain right now, you guys know like the exploding brain maths meme, right? Where like all the numbers are going by. It's essentially not the exploding. Actually, no. It's like the what's her name from Homeland. That meme. It's that one, except all there is battle cruisers, you know? Like right now, Vesser is deep in a absolute bout of mania going, there's battle cruisers everywhere, and they're having a bad time. But fortunately for Olo, Planetary can't lift off. Orbital Command Center can counter this. The battle cruisers are teleporting into the Corruptors. I don't know about that one, mate. The Corruptors can just turn and kill the battlecruisers right now. This is a good fight for the Corruptors. Oh, actually, Vikings come over, though. And 1-1's almost finished. But well worth it. Kid, it suck! I think I might need to... Sorry, Twitch chat, YouTube comment section. I may be calling for a translator. Kid, it suck. Okay, so kid is the classic calling your opponent a kid. It's being condescending. It's saying, you're a kid. Shut up, kid. That's what... But kid, it suck has got to be a new combination. This one might be t-shirt level, guys. Are we gonna do a limited run of Salt Mines merch? We might. Kid, it suck. It sounds like it might be, you know, dancing into the realm of like a little bit of a, you know, a bit of a bad sort of abuse of the youngsters. You know, things we don't like at all in this channel. But it was a nice P attack, and it does seem to trigger the opponent. So I think overall a successful move for Vessa. Vessa's still down 10 workers, has been for pretty much this whole time, is making Corruptors, double Evos, Hydras, air upgrades, another 4 Spore Crawlers! Oh my lord. And here we have the Battlecruiser Viking squad. Now what's fun about this, guys, is if you get in trouble, the Battlecruisers can teleport home, but I don't think the Vikings can. What's faster, guys, a Corruptor or a Viking? I think a Corruptor's faster, right? So I'm pretty sure you can just get chased down. You can just use the timeout button in chat if you want Activillain. Got someone acting up over there. Oh, the SCVs are bugging out again, guys. Olo with some primo macro. Those SCVs just chilling out right now. Battlecruisers come in, cancel the hatchery right now. Vessa's going 1-1 Hydras, which I guess it beats the Vikings. It's not really what you want against the Battlecruisers, though. Luckily, you have 300 Spore Crawlers to fall back on him. The Battlecruisers just abandoned immediately. If there was enough Corruptors to jump on top, we're gonna land the Vikings? What are you doing, mate? Oh my, is this gonna work? No, there's 55 Zerglings, and now you're lifting into Corruptorling Hydra. Oh my god, that was a sub-zero IQ, guys. You suck, bro! I'm having you like a bitch. You just suck. It's just so bad. It's like such low-level smack talk. I'm having you like a bitch. You're my female dog. I'm gonna put a leash on you, like no skill noob push rageless. These are just, okay guys, I think this is an AI. I don't even think this, I think they got a version of Alpha Star, but they trained it only on Florencio replays, and this is what came out of the computer, you know? I wouldn't say it's a successful AI, I would say it's a unique AI. Like it clearly does and says things in a different way. It plays StarCraft a little bit different. No, kid, you just suck. I won. What are you're just... So literally, guys, we've watched Olo do a really clever, you raging idiot. The other guy hasn't said anything. We've watched Olo do a really clever, sneaky command center and was basically winning the game. It still might be winning the game. And the moment Vessa comes over with a few Corruptors, this is it, guys. Like, apparently, if you guys are playing one of these fragile guys and you know it, you just need to do one thing, and that's just unzip your fly, walk over, and start peeing on their couch. Like, apparently, it just breaks them mentally, because that's what I've just witnessed in this game. Terran was winning, and then he's just like, yeah, you suck, kid, suck, you kid, you my bitch. You're just like, what? Are you even speaking like words anymore? It's like, you suck. And they just start like landing Vikings in a Zerg base. Now, landing Vikings in a Zerg base is a good idea if you want to make a cool clip for the Heart of the Swarm cinematic. You could have repaired that and blocked it with your battle cruisers. You could have literally just repaired that. The Banelings just came in, slow Banelings in a column into a planetary. But Olo is too busy typing and now tries to rebuild a command center in front of the Zergans. The battle cruisers are just over here. Is like, raging idiot, you just suck, kid, no brains. I had you with wit and skill. I had you with skill, and you suck with push. Nothing wiser, idiot. You know what's funny? The only push he did was the Corruptors. He came, he peed on your command center. It wasn't even that big a damage, and you had a meltdown, mate. Ah ha ha, raging idiot, it's not skill. It is skill. Come on, guys. There's a reason. Have you guys been to the urinals? Let me know in the comments. I've only seen this a few times. I can't remember where I saw it. Where they put the little bug, like a little fly, in the urinal for you to aim at. Why would there be a target if it's not skill? Right? I apologize for the ladies in the audience. Probably don't know what I'm talking about. So in the urinal, sometimes they put like a little image of a fly printed on the white little urinal, like on the porcelain. So you have a dot you can aim at. Here we go! Viking Battlecruiser actually wrecks the Corruptors, guys. It's 1-1 upgrades. The Corruptors are getting wrecked, but we're flying into the Spore Crawlers. We're gonna land the Vikings again? What are we doing? And he does a Florencio recall. 100% this is an AI trained on Florencio. There is no way anyone would be stupid enough to teleport into mass Spore Crawler you've already scouted unless you've studied Florencio. That was a Florencio teleport. We've only ever seen Florencio do these teleports. I had you on all four, bitch. Learn to play with skill, idiot. Last offer. You admit you're a loss now. 10 seconds. He had him on all fours. Now, to be fair, I don't think so because I noticed the stream was very well aimed and I've tried to pee on people's property while on all fours. It's very hard to aim unless you're actually a dog. So I think as a biped rather than a quadruped, I don't think he was on all fours. I think you're lying. What? He's counting down, saying you need to leave. I'm giving you your last chance to leave and accept the loss. Wasted. FC. Ah ha 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 ha. Man. Dude, I so want to, like... The funny thing is, because this is the sort of, like... Does anyone here watch Asmongold? I watch a little bit of Asmongold's, like, videos and clips every now and then. And I always feel like he's surprisingly well adjusted seeming for, like, the fact that he's such a creature of, like, a weird hoarder den. And I always feel like... This is like the sort of behavior I'd expect more from someone who lives like that and eats steak the way he does. You know, I always feel like this sort of like level of interaction in video games and personality like makes more sense, you know? Like, I feel like there's a different timeline where Asmongold's playing StarCraft and in Platinum League and making comments like this all day. I think Vesser right now is having a lot of fun. You call that shit a win? You lost like a bitch. Sucking a dick for rate of a more skillful player. Are they saying they get like a higher rate of pay because they suck dick so good? I don't know, guys. Honestly, I have so little analysis of what we've seen in this game because it's so confusing. I can analyze the mental breakdown that's happened. We need to watch the mental breakdown because the game was going flawlessly until the Corruptors peed, right? Like, when did the Corruptors pee on this base? It's because that's literally the game's like, it's game over. Zerg is like behind in supply, no upgrades, half the worker count. And then we see literally, there's a little fly printed on the side of that command center. Or maybe he's aiming for the skull. You see there's a little skull emoji? And the Corruptors just unzip, they line up, they've been drinking Mountain Dew all day. And we're just gonna pee here, and we're gonna see a complete mental breakdown. Like, first of all, teleporting battlecruisers here is hilarious. It's like, just let it die, dude. I mean, you get two Corruptors. It's not even like the worst trade. You're still miles ahead. But you could already see at this point, builds the command center, and then just from here, it's just typing and mental flailing. Oh, and of course, it doesn't end there. Olo has followed up with post-game message here. So Olo says, ah ha ha, ah ha 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 ha. Okay, so I'm not going to read all that out, guys. If you can't see, basically, it says, ah ha 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 ha, with 6 exclamation marks. for 3 entire lines and at least, I would say about 48 ahas. Ah, raging idiot loses like a bitch. XD, XD. So smiley, smiley, smiley. 1-0, pussy. I won. And you know that too. R-worded kid on push. I still don't know what he's saying. What's he saying when he's saying on push? I don't know what on push means. I want to understand the mindset. I don't know what on push means. Then there's another 2 lines, another 42 ah-ha-ha-ha-has, some more smileys. Left a loser in tears who loses a game, isn't hysterical, all in attack. Okay, so I'm finally understanding. So Olo, because remember when the Hydras and the Lings killed the Vikings in the main? That was an all-in attack from the Zerg. Because if he was not hysterical, why would he defend the main base? That makes no sense, right? So that was a hysterical all-in attack. And remember, you can't admit your own loss, raging pussy. Because remember, if you don't say anything in the game, it's because you're crying. You're so angry you can't speak. Oh, so I've always had problems interpreting what's going on behind my opponent's monitor when I'm playing StarCraft. But I think Olo basically has a 6th sense and can actually... So that's awesome. Olo's actually explaining to us what the other player was experiencing in the game. This is great. You not talking to me? Are you really so upset? Oh, they actually do literally say that on the next line. God, I love your rage. Oh my God. Yeah, this can't be a real... Okay, guys, let me know in the comment section. AI or very, very high-level psychotic break / schizophrenia. You guys vote in the comments as we read the rest of this. Pussy, I won. You know that too. Haha, God. Sour loser. Play Tetris if you can't bear a loss. And finally they respond. First thing they've said after like 50 lines is, so you mean after you hold a Roach Ravager push, you deserve the win? And no surprise, Battlecruiser follow-up? I don't read your rage shit. You had a chance to admit my win and leave. Oh, sorry, when did you win? I don't read it. Smiley face. Go play Tetris, raging loser. When did you win? Into Mass Planetary Turtle. Do you call that a win? God, I love your rage whining. Go play Tetris. Owned, idiot. I played with skill and expertise. There's something about someone saying played with expertise and typoing like every word they're typing. There's just something so poetic about that. You're like, oh, plywood with skill and expertise. You're like, yes. You sucked with noob push, and Terran wonders why nobody likes them. Raging idiot sucks. Yeah, the push I did wasn't great, but neither was your follow-up. You just mad. Lost like a bitch on rage. No skill win. Have you seen Pig, a series called Salt Mines? I think I understand the replays. Okay, yeah. This one's deranged. I'm going with AI. I don't think it's a human, guys. I know that it probably is a human deep down, but I don't care. I'm stuffing that down because I don't want to exist in a world that a human communicates. I want this to be an AI gone wrong. It really feels like this is an AI trained on Florencio's strategies, but they've also programmed it to have an ego that doesn't like losing. And apparently the moment you pee on it, it gets really upset. Anyways, thank you, Olo, for sharing that replay. Just what a reminder of the insanity that lives on the internet. All right, I hope you enjoyed that episode of the Salt Mines. Don't forget to check out our Patreon if you're enjoying the content here on the channel. You want to support a little bit extra, you can spare a few dollars. There are some cool perks and rewards over on the Patreon. Big thanks to everyone whose names are listed here. If you guys want to find out more, links in the description. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye and good night.